Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. So one of the first things we're going to do to the GP is actually remove this strut brace. So it's currently got the JCW strut brace on, and it's purely an aesthetic decision to change that. So there's nothing wrong with that strut brace. It's just behind me. This is one I had for the R52, so it's a GTT strut brace, and as you can see, it's got these nice massive plates on it, and I just prefer the look of it. So again, nothing wrong with the JCW one, but what I can do is obviously show you how to remove one if you've already got one, or how to fit one if you've got a new one ready to go on the car. Okay, so when it comes to removing your strut brace, it's just these 6 bolts, 3 on each end. Now obviously if you've got your standard suspension on, you don't have a strut brace, there'll still be those 3 that you need to undo to fit a brace to it. So these are all 13, so we'll just get an impact gun, but you can obviously do it by a hand ratchet. We'll get those removed. That's 3. What I'm hoping is, as I'm doing this work, the audio's a lot better because I've got a new microphone and a wireless one, so let's see. Once those 3 bolts are off, these just wiggle out of place, and that's off the car. Now, one of the interesting things is if you look at that, that's not your normal bolt that you'd remove, or should I say normal nut that you should remove. You can see there's that little flange on the bottom, just at the bottom there. So that's because these are specific to the JCW brace, and they just sit in the brace slightly and pinch that in. Okay, so to fit the GTT brace, this wire sometimes can get in the way. So what you want to do is lift that up just slightly so that can slot in, and same at this end. Just lift that up and out the way if you can, so it doesn't get pinched underneath. Now you can see that's gone straight into place. Still allows, with this cutout, access to the oil cap to get that off. Obviously, if you ever want to get to the ECU, the fuses, or the airbox, you may need to remove your brace. But again, you've just seen how easy it is to remove, only 3 bolts. Okay, so if you just look, let me just focus. Okay, so if you just focus there, these are what would normally be on the car, so not those JCW bolts. Those are the OEM ones that go with the stock suspension. They will fit perfectly with this GTT brace. So it depends whether you're fitting the JCW brace, you need those ones down there, or these ones are the stock ones that go on. Okay, so all we do them finger tight first to make sure that they're actually going on the threads properly. What you don't want to do is cross thread them by just using your impact gun, etc. So just get those on. Don't forget, we can tuck that cable back down now. Okay. And what I'm going to do, take my impact gun part and just make sure, because I couldn't get my fingers in tight on that one. I'm going to put that on the lowest setting because I don't want it stupidly tight. And especially if you're using an impact gun, you don't want to go too tight on these bolts. You can snap them, but you want to make sure it's strong. So we'll go and do the other end now. Okay, so we're just going to do exactly the same again. Use the 3 OEM bolts. And what I'm going to do, because I'm making sure everything that goes onto this car is all shiny and new, I'm going to order some new ones of these for mine, but for now I'm just going to reuse these old ones because they are a bit corroded, because obviously they've been under the bonnet. These are actually off the convertible. They've been under the bonnet of the convertible for a long time. So again, it's a little tighter, but that's fine. That's going in. So what you might want to do is loosely tighten up your bolts first, make sure everything's lined up, and get these whacked in. That's your brace, nice and tight. Okay, so if I bring the camera in, I just want to show you the quality of this brace and why I've gone for it. So it's rock solid, it's built like a girder, so it's one of the best products GTT did. So this one's a bit dusty because it's been in the garage in storage, so I just need to give it a bit of a polish. If you look, that adds a certain appeal to that engine bay for sure. And one of the things I have got as well is the cabrio braces. They use these existing holes and go from there to there. They're off the convertible and they're in black as well to match that. So that looks super smart now in the engine bay. Okay, so hopefully you'd agree that's a super nice modification to do in terms of installing that GTT brace. Now you could follow that exact same process for pretty much any strut brace on the R53, the GP, the R52 and the R50. It's the exact same process. So obviously I started with a brace, but all you had to do was do the exact same things in terms of taking the bolts off the top of the stock suspension, then putting your new brace on top. But again, you've got sort of a two-in-one video, how to remove and how to add a brace to your R53. So it's a nice short video today, but hopefully you found it useful. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button, like, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you get alerts every time we upload new content. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.